Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Tanya, Lady T, and this is another edition of All Aboard. Let's get on this train. Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm so glad that God has blessed me with another day to make the corrections in my life I need to make. And I also thank Him for His daily benefits that we soak up and that He has rationed out unto us. Y'all, I'm still extremely tired this morning. I need to get it together. But anyway, I wanted to come on this morning and talk very quickly. Oh, I also wanted to say this first too. I want to give a shout out to all my new subscribers. I thank you for your support. I thank you for checking on your girl, Lady T. I'm just a good old Southern girl who loves God, and I like to apply His word to my everyday living so that I can be more than a conqueror here in this earth and also spread the good news of Jesus. But I am also a realist, and sometimes I might talk about other things besides God all the time, but that He is the center of my joy and the center of my life. So I do incorporate Him, and I try to acknowledge Him in all ways, I should say. But anyway, I just wanted to say, hey, everybody, welcome aboard. Get on this train, y'all. This morning, I wanted to talk about value. And the caveat of where I want to place my emphasis on is, we as women. And this video is also for men, because it's in relation to how men look at us as women, how they value us. What esteem do they hold us in? And again, one of the reasons why I want to bring this conversation up is because, again, I was in conversation with someone. It was a man, and he was asking me for advice on what he should do to get out of this monster he has created, and do it without hurting hurting himself and others in the process. And what it's really truly about is, I was reading a publication in Sister to Sister magazine, and this is about maybe a couple of years back, and it stated that the woman to man ratio is 7 to 8 to 1, meaning there's eight women to one man, and this is predominant in the black community. So anyway, this person that I was talking with, he had been married. His wife died of a horrible disease, and so that really crushed him. But even before his wife died, he's just always been a type of man that just did not. He always had more than one woman. Well, here it is. Fast forward, he's gotten his self into a situation where he's dealing with 3 women. And again, it reminded me of the article that I read about, because the ratio for women to men is so great, a lot of women have settled for being the Monday, Tuesday girl, and the man also has a Wednesday, Thursday girl, and then a Friday, Saturday girl, and then a Sunday girl. So in other words, they have pretty much accepted that they're going to have to share a man. And if they hold that man to be a good man, their thing is, okay, I know about your chick over here in Wayne County. I live over here in Onslow County. I just better not run into y'all. I mean, I don't want to be at the mall and see y'all sitting over there at the Ching Chang place eating Sakatumi chicken and rice. I don't want to see that, because I don't want to lock on. So these women realize that they're not the main squeeze, but because they want the affection of a man, or just to be in a relationship, they are willing to be that Monday, Wednesday, Friday girl. Okay? But again, the man has been very forthright. He has been very brutally honest, and let them know that, hey, this is me. You either roll with it or you don't. And so when you hear or read about this, you just are taken aback, especially if you're one of those type females that would not allow that in your life. But there are a lot of successful women. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? There are a lot of successful women who are doing just that. They are sharing their men. It also said in that article that, a lot of women, because of the high incarceration rate of black men, a lot of women are having to, once that man is rehabilitated, he served his time, a convicted felon, a lot of women realize that, I may be married or dating a convicted felon. And again, hopefully these men have been rehabilitated. They've done their time. They've paid the price for their crimes. And so here it is, the women are in a pool of availability of what is available. There are women who go and, they begin to have relations with other women. There are women who, will get with men who are on the down low. Again, these are real reality statistics that women are now facing. And then there's women such as myself, where I was single for a very long time, almost 10 years. And now God is preparing me to be a wife. And I believe that who God has yoked me with is an awesome man of God. So again, with time, we'll get there. But in the situation with this man that I was discussing, he's got 3 women. And listen at this, y'all. He's got 3 women, and they are all in different age groups. So we can't just say, okay, these younger girls are, silly. Yeah, that could be true. You got some old women who are silly. But this man is in a relationship with 3 women because he needs all certain needs to be fulfilled. The first woman is 25, young, and this is a 46-year-old man that I'm talking about. But he's dating, and his main squeeze is this 25-year-old. This is the one that he's having sexual relations with. Okay. But she's young. He made the comment to me. He said, "Look, 2 old batteries can't charge." He said, "So I need a young battery, a young woman, to charge my old." Okay, yeah, he went there. So he is with this young woman who is 25 years old. But you see, she will argue with him. She'll be silly with him. She'll keep him on his toes. So he likes that challenge of being in arguments and stuff. Isn't that something? Now he wants, that's what she gives him, all that. But the reason why, I said, well, why do you have the other 2? Well, let me tell you how. Again, not all men, but this particular man, his breakdown in his head. Because see, now remember, it's all about him having needs met. He ain't necessarily catching feelings for all these women. You understand? He's looking at, okay, I need these women in my life so I'm a bachelor. I need certain needs. I need affection. So he's getting that from the young one. Okay, then he's got a 35-year-old woman who is a awesome cook. She's a cook. She's domesticated. She can do all this and the other. She can fix him up a meal and bring it to him. And let me tell you also what the 35-year-old woman does. She busts the bumps on his back. Yeah, you heard what I said. She busts the bumps on his back. She's a bump buster. Okay, so that's something he loves that she does. She caters to his ego. She rubs him down and do all this other kind of stuff. The little sensitive stuff about him. Okay? And I said, well, why come you don't just have the young one fix you something to eat? He said, shoot, these young women don't know nothing about cooking. He said her idea of coming over for a meal, he said that she invited him over there for a meal. And her idea of a meal was sitting down at the table and opening up a Oscar Mayer Lunchable. And some juicy juice. No, ladies, we can't feed our men that. Fast food is okay every once in a while, but a grown man, he want a full cooked course meal. Yeah. I said, oh, okay. He said, yeah. I'm a hungry man, but I don't want to eat a hungry man TV dinner.
So he said, you know, these young girls or this young woman that he's messing with, they don't know how to cook. Now I ain't saying he didn't say all, he just said some, and she falls into that category. But see, she serves a purpose for him sexually, you see. So he has a 35-year-old do all that domesticated stuff and, you know, come over there and clean his bathroom, do all this other kind of stuff. And I said, okay, well, what is she getting out of it? Well, she just have the attention of me, to be able to be around me. Now, this person, you know, he owns his own business, so he's very out there. You know, and a lot of black women are attracted to that, to see when they see a successful black man, even though this man comes out and tells them that, listen, I'm just letting you know, I'm dealing with 3 women. And they all, in the beginning, oh, you know, they, you know, it's fine, because then, see, they think they're going to be the main one that end up with him, because they're going to do all this extra fanfare to keep and get his affection. But a man, his mindset is totally different. And he broke that thing down to me. Okay, now the third woman is a 45-year-old, same age as him. And she's a minister. Now listen at this, y'all. She's a minister. And she comes over there and brings him scripture and, you know, let him know, you know, what was preached at church that day. And I understand she trying to, you know, do ministry. But now she done got caught up with him and done laid with him and played with him. And now here it is, her hooks are in his back. And so now she comes off to him, oh, I'm going to be the one. And she may ever be. But I'm going to be the one that's going to get you to turn from your ways. And, you know, God has assigned you to me. And like I said, I'm not going to question nothing God does for anybody. But I'm just saying, she comes around with scriptures, I guess, to make him feel better about what he's doing. And again, for every person, God wishes that none perish. But again, I'm just bringing up the dynamic of these 3 women. And I thought, you know what? The sad answer to the question that I posed is that we women, we will get ourselves into a situation like that and allow that man to use us like that, all because we want that affection. We will allow that man to make us feel like he's the only one available to us. So then we put ourselves in these positions, and then we begin to catch feelings for this man, and then we're really in competition with the other women, because now he done been honest with us and let us know that he's seen these other 2 to 3 women. So what we do when we come around him, we look our best, we put on the best outfit. But see, let me tell you, it ain't even about all that. I'm telling you, that man, or I'm going to just say some men, and based on what this man was telling me, they're just looking for a need to be met. They have not attached anything emotional. Because see, what's happening now, he's saying that why he know he need to get out of the situation is because, see, now the young one is being very vocal now about it. She's talking junk about the woman bringing them plates now. Oh, I thought you said she only bring you plates once a week. Every time I come up here to see you, she up here with 3 and 4. You know, she's coming up here 3 and 4 times a week. And see, where it was that she would make mention about the plates being brought to you, now she's throwing the plates up against the wall in anger, because she knows she can't cook, she can't boil no eggs, so she mad because she can't cook, and all she can offer him is Lunchable. Okay, and so now she's being very vocal. Now she's telling him, oh no, you need to chill out with that. And then his thing is, well, I told you in the beginning that this woman was doing this. So all 3 of them now, the more time they spend with you, the more time they're going to require of you. They're going to want to have that extra edge over the other woman. Oh, he spent, an hour more with me. Oh yeah, I know that she's the Monday, Wednesday, Friday girl. And, they normally go out on Friday night, but on this Friday night, he went out with me. So now you got problems. You got the main squeeze. They used to getting that phone call every day like clockwork on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. But now here it is, it's getting a little later. So when you call at 10:30, what you been doing for the past 2.5 hours? See, so all this is going on. Then you got the minister in his ear telling him, okay, you're going to be mine. I'm going to use the word and the power of God to get you to do right. Then you got the 35-year-olds saying, we can make a happy home. I can keep I can keep you fed. I can keep you, this and that, and I can take care of you and all this kind of stuff. So now he got 3 women that now are their claws are in his back, and now see he's trying to back out of it, because see now he's getting that pressure, whereas in the beginning he won't get that pressure. They were just doing for him and not saying anything. And I told him, I said, you know what? You're wrong, because you're taking advantage of these women's emotions. And he came out and said this, and it was so very profound. And I said, my God, and to myself, he's absolutely right. But again, it's still wrong. When I said that to him, he said, but you know what? I let every one of them know what I was doing, who I was, and what I'm about. He said, but one thing is true. He said, I can't do no more to a woman than what she allowed me to do. He said, so if she allowed me to do it, I'm going to do it. And I said, well, what does that say about you as a man? So I really dug into his tale about, we had a really good, meaningful conversation. I dug into him about that. But I really don't even want to focus. What I discussed with him, I discussed with him. But what I want to focus in on, women, how do we value ourselves? 9 times out of 10, we as women, we are emotional, relational beings. And I'm not saying men aren't that way. They finally will get that way. There's a window of opportunity when a man is ready to get married. And if we're not in place, so to speak, or if even the man's not in place, that window will close. But what I wanted to tap into was, what are we doing as women that we allow ourselves to be picked apart like that? That we say, oh, it's okay. I'm okay to be the Monday, Wednesday girl, and he with Shaniqua on Tuesday and Thursday, and then he's with Minister so and so on Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, wow, really? And I'm not dogging out women that are in that situation. I'm really not. I just want us to be able to look at ourselves and say, no, I'm better than that. God fearfully and wonderfully made me. No, I'm better than that. My value is more than just being a Tuesday, Thursday woman. I see him only on bingo nights or whatever. No, ladies, we can't devalue ourselves to that capacity. Do you know that we have been bought with a price from the Most High God, a debt that can never be repaid? We are so priceless. So why is it then that we devalue ourselves? We've been bought with a price that we can't even think about repaying. So why is it that we devalue ourselves? And so that's all I wanted to talk about, that dynamic that women, we are settling and we're accepting scenarios just because it might be a statistic, just because that debt to that woman to man ratio is great. We know this, but do we have to succumb? And the answer is, for some women, yes, they will have to succumb, because they realize that's the only way that they're going to get a piece of a man or any man. Oh, but I say to you, you can sit back and rest. Listen, you know that saying, I can do bad by myself? No, I done changed that. No, I can do good by myself. Because 9 times out of 10, women, we catch feelings way quicker than a man. Not all the time, but most of the time. I say about 95% of the time, women will catch feelings quicker than a man does. And if we know that we're that type of a person, don't even allow yourself to get into a situation like that. But again, the statistics show this is what happens. And a lot of women share a man. A lot of them do. And they are aware that they're being shared. They really are. But I think what happens is when people find out about your business to that degree, that's when you start trying to be vocal and say, oh, he's doing me wrong, he's doing me wrong. But, you know, in the onset, you allowed that to happen. So, like I said, when he said that, that was a very profound statement. When he said, I can't do it more. I cannot do to a woman what she don't allow me to do to her. So, ladies, we're allowing it. I mean, it came right out of that man's mouth. We are allowing these men to do this to us. So if we don't place any value upon ourselves, then yeah, we're going to be that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday girl. Or we're going to be that Tuesday or Thursday woman. And then he go off with the other one on Saturday and Sunday. And if we got children, sons and daughters in our household, and they see that you're that type of a woman, what's that son going to do when he grows up and start make relationship decisions? He's going to be finding a woman that he's going to be able to mistreat and cheat and use like that. What about that young girl who loves her daddy and he sees his daddy messing around with 3 and 4 different women at a time? When she grows up and begin to make relationship decisions, she's going to be attracted to men that are going to use and abuse her. She may not give you a week's problem during your rearing of her. She's going to be socially diverse. She's going to be a scholastic achiever, possibly a valedictorian. Make all the good grades, cause you no kind of problems, don't get pregnant, don't do drugs. Both your sons and daughters, they're not doing anything under your roof to cause you any problems. But it's when but what can happen? See, when I mentor, I see stuff on the other side. But then when they get old enough and they're out of your household and they have to start making decisions for themselves, they begin to make these bad relationships. And that girl, that your daughter that made straight A's and was a scholastic achiever and all that, gave you no problems doing your rearing. But when she gets out there on her own and begins to make relationship decisions, she picks a man that runs through her 6-figure salary. She picks a man that cheats on her constantly. But that's what she was familiar with. See, subliminally, we don't even know what we're doing to our own children when we allow these things to happen to us. And we say, oh, I'm grown, I do what I want to do. Or we'll tell our children, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, but that ain't reality. Just like Jesus said, he said, I only do what I see my Father do. And it's no different with children. They do what they see their parents doing. You can think your children don't know what you're doing, but oh yes, they do. And they would not dare cause that kind of problem while they're being raised by you. But you wait till they get out on their own and see the decisions they begin to make that affect their relations. So anyway, I just wanted to touch bases with y'all on that. You know, let's value ourselves, men and women. Don't settle. Anyway, y'all, I'm at work. May God bless you. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye.